Hi, this is Shadi and welcome back to another regional style of Judo, and in this video it's gonna be the mighty Russian Judo. Now recently I did a Mongolian Judo and also Georgian Judo and talked about what little aspects they have that makes their particular style of play very unique, and Russian Judo is very interesting when it comes to strength, positioning, just elegance and the technique and the finish and the drive and the perseverance when it comes to really following through to get that ippon. And in this video I'm gonna try to see the common denominator to the Russians of why they are so particularly brilliant when it comes to judo. They are close to the Caucasus, Mongolia and Europe, so something makes them unique. So I talked about Mongolian judo being very famous for their grips because of their background and their heritage of folk style wrestling, the Boch wrestling. So the garment goes around the shoulders and tight sleeves, so they had to resort to over and underhooks and grab garments, and this is what gave birth to arguably one of the best matches in judo, like the Uchimata against Ono. It planted him. Very rarely you see someone beating Ono. Kash Batar created this brilliant style of judo and brilliant tactics around the overhook and the underhook. You have also the Georgians, their style of wrestling, the Shidaoba wrestling, jacket wrestling but without sleeves, the exact opposite of Mongolians. So all their grippings was around the torso and gave birth to one of the best uranages and makikomis out there. So when it comes to overhooks and underhooks, it's nothing new. The Japanese did it when it came to the old age of the samurai, grabbing the armor you see here in Nage no Kata. But when it comes to Russian judo, the elephant in the room seems to be the mighty Russian arm. But then again, this is nothing new, grabbing deep down the back. But however, the Russians utilize it in a far different context and for different purposes. So when it comes to the quote-unquote Russian arm, it is a deep grip down the back, yes, but the Japanese do it to serve the purpose of kuzushi, tsukuri and kake. And if you know something about Japanese judo, they need to create that distance in order to fill it with kuzushi and then tsukuri and then kake. But when it comes to Russian judo, and one brilliant example is Kalmurzayev, the -81 Olympic champion. He does close contact. The Russian arm really helps, but not in the sense of kuzushi, tsukuri and kake, but rather to break the posture, bring them closer. And when someone is closer to you, however you move your body, they're gonna follow you along, assuming you have the dominant grip. So this is what differentiates the Japanese grip down the back and the Russian grip down the back, is that they need, the Russians, the close contact. They do not want to create space, very similar to the Japanese. So like I said, you need close contact, and also with the use of strength and also technical accuracy, you can create a beast that is Russian judo. And in my opinion, this is what makes the Russian arm Russian, and that is to create the close contact and also to allow the use of strength and proper positioning for the use of strength in order to complete the ippon. Now, is it the only grip that the Russians use? Of course not. You can see them doing sleeve lapel, but here the kochigari is far different. The osotogari is different. You can see that it does create a lot of close to hand close combat and drive for that ippon and breaking the posture, as you saw here just now. So it does serve a different purpose from the Japanese footage that you saw earlier. So in short, the Russian arm serves to bring you closer to your opponent and establish control, bring their posture down, and then go for the ippon. And there's no shying away from using strength like the Georgians. Chirkishvili said, "We are proud of our strength and we use it in our wrestling and in our judo." I believe the same goes for the Russians. You can see a lot of similarities, especially countering attacks, but the Russian arm is what makes them particularly special. It's that creating that closeness and then driving with strength and technique in order to get the ippon. There's no just swift tsukuri, kuzushi and tsukuri and kake. It is different. You see the drive, you see hopping a lot, and also you see bringing down with the force of the arms. One brilliant example of the Russian arm is this one against Axel Clerget. You can see all the elements combined. You see, first of all, the deep grip, the close contact, and you see the tremendous amount of strength being used in order to establish this obitori geishi, the legal version. So let's see it again. Instead of grabbing the pants, you're grabbing the belt, but this version requires far more strength, and the Russians, like I said, they do possess it. The classical version is, you see here in front of you, you grab the pants and the belt, but a mix of the Russian arm down the back and grabbing the belt created a different style of obitori geishi, which is legal. But here you can see you grab the pants for more leverage and less strength, but the Russians have technique and strength, and that Russian arm really served to create that closeness in order to execute. So the Russian arm is being used to create less distance, and however they move, your opponent will move alongside with you. Hence it is unique. It is different than just dropping someone's posture and then filling the gap like the sumigaishi. Let's see it one more time. You have the Russian grip, the belt, obi tori geishi, and here positioning with the legs and the arch in the back and the huge amount of strength created this technique. Now let's do a little comparison. This is a Georgian arm. It is a cross grip down the back. It is closer to the hand that's grabbing the sleeve, and in my opinion it serves different purposes, because like Shidaoba wrestling, there's no sleeves, so something like the makikomi is a resort. Lasha Shavdatwashvili is very good in makikomi. So makikomi, when you do a Georgian arm, it is very easy to just transition to a makikomi. As you see here, the harai makikomi, Georgian arm switched into a harai makikomi. It is far different in my opinion than the Russian arm. Just to see a little bit of change in angle of the grip serves an entire different purpose. Now, like I said, grabbing deep down the back isn't new, but the Russians did it to bring someone closer torso to torso, and then driving with either ashiwaza like ochigari, kochigari, and something like obitori geishi. And their counter is very similar to the Georgians. This is, in my opinion, what makes them really special. You have all these elements combined. You have the strength, you have the positioning, you have the technique, and the particular grip around the back to really bring someone close and just eliminate all their possibilities of doing a technique. Very similar to overhook and underhook. When you bring them closer and put your head on their shoulder blade, it really nullifies a lot of their attacks. And similar to the Russian arm, it's not to create a better kuzushi like in the case of the Japanese, but rather it is to create something far more monumental that needs strength. And this is what created this style of judo that you see in Russia. Now, I'm sure there's a lot more, like their countering is very similar to Georgians, and you have also techniques used with sleeve and lapel, but the Russian arm is what makes them special, hence the name Russian arm. So if you have anything else to add, let me know down below. This was Shadi, and thank you for listening.